Hello children, this is Kameshwari. In the last video, I explained the sources of the historians to know about the history of our medieval age, the kings and kingdoms. New kingdoms emerged between the 7th to 12th centuries. Those are all noted down in the precious thieves and land grants. These are all things. In the last video, I explained only the Nagabhatta's Prasasti. Remaining sources we will discuss in this video. Kings often rewarded Brahmanas by grants of land. Brahmanas are the members of king's courts. These Brahmanas always praising the greatness of the kings. These Brahmanas help to those kings in their ruling. These Brahmanas wrote so many prasastis in Sanskrit language. That's why the kings rewarded Brahmanas by grants of land. These were recorded on copper plates. This picture is given in your textbook also, children. Those are all land grants are mentioned in this copper plates. This is a part of the Tamil section of a land grant given by the Cholas. One example is given in your textbook. Cholas had given this inscription. How did they give land to Brahmanas? All the information they noted down in these copper plates. Now let's discuss what is given in those copper plates. We have demonstrated the boundaries of the land by making earthen embankments as well as by planting thorny bushes. This is what the land contains: fruit bearing trees, water, canals, granaries, fish ponds, like that. Okay. The Cholas mentioned the boundaries of the area. If you want to buy any land or anything, boundaries are very important. What is east side area? What is the ending of what is the boundary between those two members? Like that, boundaries they mentioned in these inscriptions, in these copper plates. Boundaries of the land, the earthen embankments by the what are there in those areas, in that land. Thorny bushes are there, plants are there, forests are there, any waterfalls are there, rivers are there, lakes are there, and those are all things they mentioned in that inscriptions. This is what the land contains: fruit bearing trees, water, tanks, lakes, granaries, honeybees, forests, ditches, plateaus, and whatever may be, what are there in that given land, all are mentioned clearly in this copper plate. Those are all recorded in one copper plates, and they gave the right to those people to collect taxes from that area. Which type of taxes they had collected? Tax on battle leaves and woven clothes, vehicles, traders, merchants, potters, all the people. They had collected some of the taxes from the region, given land. And at the same time, he could build large rooms and dug wells, plant trees, and constructed canals for the development of their agriculture. He can build the large rooms for their convenience and dug wells, plant trees and canals. He had done all the works for the development of that area. So in this copper plates they mentioned these are all things. They gave power to those Brahmanas to collect the taxes and development of that area also. So it is one of the land grants given by the Cholas to the Brahmanas. Why did those people at those time, why did all the people fight one to another? What is the use of that fighting? Because of wealth. our India is one of the most wealthy country in the world. So many temples were constructed by the kings. They stored a lot of gold in those temples also. Based on this region, all the people they want to fight one to another. Welfare for wealth. In the North India, Uttar Pradesh, Kannauj, one of the area is there. That is very important place. That's why three people are always fighting because of this Kannauj. Rulers belonging Gujara Prathihara and Rashtrakutas and Palas. These three people, these three dynasties fought for control over the Kannauj. They want to control the Kannauj area. That's why these people all are fight one to another. Gujara Pratiharas with Rashtrakutas and Palas and Gujara Pratiharas. Like that, these three are fighting continuously one to another. These three parties in this long drawn conflict. That's why historians often describe it as a tripartite struggle. Tripartite struggle. Tripartite. What are the tripartite? Three parties in this struggle are Gurjara Prathihara, Rashtrakuta, and Pala. Why did they fight one to another? Because of Kannauj. Kannauj is located in which state? Now Gujarat. Okay, children. This is about the tripartite struggle. Now I explained our country is most wealthiest country in the world. That's why some of the Afghanistan rulers, Muhammad of Ghazni, raided our country so many times. Why? The reason is they want lot of wealth. Okay, now let us discuss about Muhammad of Ghori. Muhammad of Ghori, he was a Sultan of Afghanistan. He ruled from 997 to 1030 AD. He extended his control over parts of Central Asia, Iran, and the northwestern part of the subcontinent also. He raided the subcontinent almost every year. Every year he raided our subcontinent. His targets mainly wealthy temples. In Kerala, you have to see Ananta Padmanabha Swami temple. It is the most wealthiest temple in our India. Such type of temples are targets of Muhammad Ghazni. So, including the Somnath temple. Somnath temple is located in Gujarat state. He raided the Somnath temple. The wealth he carried away his capital city of at Ghazni. He brought this wealth to his country, Afghanistan, his capital city, Ghazni. He developed a lot that Ghazni area. That's why the Muhammad of Ghori raided so many times our India. He raided and he had taken lot of wealth from our country to our to his capital city Ghazni. With that money he developed a lot that Ghazni his capital. Sultan Muhammad entrusted a scholar named Al-Biruni to write an account of the subcontinent. He had a lot of interest. How many times I raided upon India? What are the how the people were living at those times? So he appointed one scholar. Who is the name of that person is Al-Biruni. Al-Biruni wrote one book that is Kitab ul Hind. Kitab ul Hind, he wrote all the history of the Muhammad of Ghazni. After that, Ghori Muhammad also raided upon your India. In the Chauhmanas were ruling our India at the time. Chauhmanas rulers, the Prithviraj III is the greatest person. In his time, Muhammad Ghori attacked, raided to our India. In the first time, Prithviraj defeated the Muhammad Ghori, but he did not stand for a long time. In the next year, Muhammad Ghori again raided to our India. At the time, Prithviraj defeated in the hand of Muhammad Ghori. That is so, Muhammad Ghori is also raided our India. Okay, children, have you understood this lesson? Next video, I will continue the same lesson. Okay, children, bye.